Hey, welcome back. I thought I would do a quick summer garden tour because there are lots of things in bloom and it has been a while since I've seen you all. So welcome back if you're new. My name is Carissa and this is my yard. So I thought we would start at the front yard. So this is going to be a very unedited sort of casual garden stroll. Life has just gotten so busy. I don't know about you guys, but in the summer it almost feels like we're more busy than the other seasons. So we're just gonna kind of take a glance through and see what's blooming in the yard right now. Okay, so here we are at the front yard garden. We have a black lace elderberry, and that was existing. I had planted this a few years ago, the front half of the bed. We added this other portion of the bed with the nepeta and the lupin, and I'm really liking how it's coming together. It's really filled in a lot. So here we are on this side, and I'm thinking, there's a teaser of the greenhouse. I'm thinking of mimicking the same style of the rock bed on this side. I think it'll be really beautiful if you can imagine just to have the same sort of garden style on this side, on either side of the greenhouse. So that's a little future dream. Maybe I'll do that in the fall. So really loving how this garden bed is coming together. And I did add some hydrangeas over here, so we'll walk over here next. So coming from around this bed, we have this, I would call it a hydrangea bed because I have quite a few now. I've added all of these plants within the last year or two. So just quickly looking through, we've got some verbena, some yarrow, feverfew. This hydrangea is the Annabelle, but the deer have been eating it, so you can see the bloom there. But yeah, they've been eating most of the stems off this one. I didn't get to them before they did, but that's okay. A little pinching never hurt a plant. And then I just added these hydrangea primes, limelight primes, 3 of them there. I think it'll be really nice. They only get to be about 6 feet tall, so I think it'll be a nice backdrop for the greenhouse. We have a smoke bush here. This weeping crabapple is new. It took a bit of a hit. We had some hot weather, but it's coming back, it looks like. We've got lots of rudbeckia. I just threw these seeds down and I didn't realize how many were gonna grow. So it's very, very full. A little bush clematis right here. I really like this one. The blooms on it are really beautiful. Very simple, but I love it. And then a spirea that has just finished its bloom. It's putting out a little bit of the smaller ones. Coreopsis and another spirea. And then we have a volunteer sunflower. That I absolutely love. So I'm really liking how this bed is coming together. I do have a dream or a thought of extending the flower bed even more, maybe next year, just to make it a really, really deep bed, but we'll see how we get. And then swinging around, we have this little bed in the middle. There are peonies that are done for, I think they're the Sarah Bernhardt, I believe. Then we have a geranium bird bath that needs to be filled up. And then I have some pots here with just alyssum, calendula, which I guess the deer have been eating too. I didn't think the deer liked calendula. And then a dahlia there. Same thing in this pot here. My daughter's been painting rocks. Some feverfew, some more nepeta. Excuse the chickens, they are a little bit social. And then swinging around here, the front bed is looking a little bit rough. We've got some bug damage on my ligularia, but it finished blooming. Pulmonaria. We've got hellebores back here, bleeding hearts, rhododendron, a fern. I just love ferns. Ferns are just so, so pretty. The Shasta daisies need to be cut back. Lady's mantle, Solomon seal. I had to replace another rhododendron there. This one is doing great. This one I forgot to add drip around it, so it was completely dry, which is no surprise that it died. So I had to replace that one, hoping this one catches up to the sky, because I think it's going to add some nice height to this bed, which it needs. More ligularia, bleeding heart. I never usually have bleeding heart's foliage stay. I'm not sure if it's because we've had a little bit more of a mild summer, But let me know if your bleeding heart foliage stays around. It usually dies back for me. Pulmonaria, an allium, I believe millennium. And then I used to have, oh, there's a chopper coming by. I used to have a upright moon glow juniper right here, but it just looked a little scraggly. So I replaced it this year with a black lace elderberry. And I think that's gonna add a good pop of burgundy to this bed. And then I might even add some heuchera, some burgundy heuchera here too, because it just needs a little bit more color versus the all green look we're going for. Don't mind the badminton set. These are some plants, what are these? 9 barks that I'm going to be planting soon. This bed is sort of coming along. It's not exactly where I want it to be, but it's getting a little bit fuller. So we've got a magnolia here, a clematis. Oh, and it's blooming. Look at that. Little scraggly, but they're there. And then we've got lamium, a stilbe, heuchera, an azalea, and a boxwood back there. Still trying to figure out how to hide my irrigation pipe there. If you have any ideas, let me know. But anyway, the azalea I had here also died. Again, I missed the drip. But now it's giving me a new opportunity. I feel like an elderberry would be nice here, not the black lace, but a lemony lace. I think that would be a really good pop of lime to contrast that lamium. And then it would hide our meter as well. So let me know. I think they can tolerate some shade, but I think that would look really nice, kind of encompassing this area right there. So that's what I'm on the lookout for now, but it's of course very hard to find this time of year. Might have to wait till next year. So that is the side yard. And then if I just swing around this way, we will go check out this border next. So this is our, I guess I could call it a long border. We have some fruit trees here. They do need to be replaced. We're getting a lot of die off each year and a little bit less fruit production every year as well, because I'm not sure how they've been taken care of before we moved in. So yeah, we're going to be slowly replacing these fruit trees, but for now they are giving us lots of apples, a little bit of pears, some plums and things like that. Okay, so here we are. We've got Heliopsis, bleeding hearts. Love that plant. We've got Baptisia, lots of feverfew. You'll see feverfew everywhere. This is a double Shasta daisy, a really fluffy one, really beautiful. And then I have some powwow echinacea just kind of scattered amongst there. A few volunteer sunflowers. This is Icelandic poppy, which it's starting to bloom again. You can see it's more of a spring flower, but the foliage is just not very beautiful at this time of year. So I was hoping to put some salvias amongst here just to kind of mask or at least distract from the foliage. But the salvia hasn't come up. I'm not sure if it's going to take its time. You can see one is in there, another one there. Or actually it's a Veronica. But yeah, those will maybe pop up next year and mask some of this unsightly foliage. I did add this agave. I've got 3 of these, the variegated ones, just kind of sprinkled in. I just liked the leaf texture on here because I thought the contrast of leaf texture was nice. Just added something in there. We've got some GM. It looks like it might be blooming again, or it just finished. Maybe another bud's coming. I did put some dahlias I started from seed in here as well. We've got Japanese anemone that's just budding up. This really cute bleeding heart. Just a very different look for that one. There's the rooster, more feverfew, volunteer sunflower that I leave because they're amazing. We've got some tall verbascum right here. Different colors. That one's pink and purple, and then I also have a white one growing. Some more Veronica. The hollyhock is done for. We've got some sedum here, Rudbeckia. Here's one of the dahlias I started from seed. And another agave there. Here's some ajuga. I believe this is the chocolate chip variety with a nice weed in the middle of there. Some more Rudbeckia. This Artemisia is looking a little bit spent, but earlier in the year it was a beautiful filler for some of my bouquets. This area is so shady, it's been hard to kind of get some plants going in here. So I've got this common nepeta that reseeds, and it's quite weedy. I'm gonna try and eradicate that. Oh, and we've got tons of apples I've got to clean up, as you can see. But yeah, I'm gonna, as we replace some of these trees, it'll be less shady, and then I might plant some more full sun perennials in here. But right now, yeah, these are Baptisia, and they're just not doing well. I forget how shady it becomes because of these apple trees. Okay, moving on here, moving this way, we've got some daylilies, some coreopsis there, nice little yellow flower. These are asters, so they'll bloom later in the fall. They did push out some blooms there. And then I've got more sedum here. Looks a little bit jungly back here, so excuse the mess here. We've got Russian sage, a plum tree that I'm really trying to train backward. It just got away from me. And then we've got Japanese anemone here. I put this little triangle bamboo structure on it just to keep the deer from munching on it, because they do really like Japanese anemone. And then we've got scabiosa, lamb's ear, more Russian sage, some echinacea. And then a few more perennials here, nepeta, sedum, weigela, campanulas right here. And then there's the vegetable garden, which is also a jungle. And this flower bed is new as well. I need to do some weeding here, but these are all the echinacea I started winter sowing. My neighbor started cutting her grass, so I'm just going to be doing a voiceover for the rest of the video. Yeah, so this bed just in front of the vegetable garden, there's thyme and a daylily, Russian sage. Not super happy with where it's at, but I've got ideas to kind of make it a little bit tidier looking. This bed also, we had some irrigation issues, so some of the plants are looking kind of rough. But you can see I've got peonies and some irises, feverfew that I cut back. Just not the prettiest right now, but that's okay. It was useful in the early summer for cutting. I used a lot of the flowers for cutting. But yeah, it's just not looking its best right now. The peonies are getting established. They're only on their, I want to say, second or third year. So it's nice to see all that foliage. That'll give me a lot of good blooms in the coming years. We've got a couple plum trees there as well. And then this is the pond. I'm slowly adding some plants to this. And the back bed there is just also, it's a tricky place to plant, but I think it's coming along as well. I think adding some not very picky plants like Rudbeckia and Echinacea would be really pretty in this area as well. So that's my plans for this area. Well, I hope you enjoyed the tour. Nice to sort of see you all. Hope you're having a great summer, and I'll see you next time. Bye.